Wondering why we're the only ones offering a 100% money back guarantee if you don't pass the exam on your first try with no fine print? Well, that's because I found a way that makes failing the PMP exam almost impossible. Now, you can check if our dates fit your schedule by clicking the button below. Now, if you want to get PMP certified on the first try and avoid the typical confusion, stress, and headaches most project managers experience along the way, then this is a message you need to hear. I'm Cecilio Mills, a.k.a. CJ, the Agile PMP. And yes, I'm the highest ranked PMP instructor in the Bay Area and Silicon Valley because of my Beyond a Certification PMP system, which has over 1,800 first-time passers, 39 of 42 5-star Yelp reviews, and a 99.3% passing rate. When I first pursued my PMP, I suffered my way through it, just like many of you. Now I self-studied, figuring I'm a good test taker. Well, committing to an hour a day for 49 days to cover the material quickly turned into 6 months. I was scoring 60% on exams and I still had no confidence to pass. So I paid a few grand to a name brand company with their name brand super duper accelerator and the same money back if you don't pass in 3 attempts during the first 3 to 4 months guarantee. Only to sit in a room with a speak in a monotone voice, retired, bland instructor. The class didn't understand the concepts because he didn't know how to explain them. Then it got contentious when people asked questions and wanted him to explain further. Now, for the most part, I struggled to stay awake, okay? But his method was, you learn it my way, and you don't, and you fail. Now, I was lucky enough to pass, but my journey was full of lost time, wasted money. I had stress, so much confusion. Now, I thought I just had bad luck and chose the wrong boot camp. But years later, I was chosen to lead PMI's San Francisco Bay Area chapter. It's their second largest, and I realized instructors like this are so common. That's why I created Beyond Certification. It's in response to the 16,000 PMs I taught or came into contact with. And I learned that most trainers have a wealth of knowledge, but they lack teaching skills and multiple delivery methods necessary to break down complex ideas to ensure knowledge transfer happens. Now, on the flip side, you get gifted instructors who can teach you how to pass a test, but they haven't managed projects, so they can't go beyond the surface and help you relate to the material. Now, in both cases, you're left feeling stuck. Now, what makes me a different instructor and why all my students are successful is simple. Many can teach but have never managed projects. Many have managed projects but don't know how to teach. I do both. I'm a trained, credentialed teacher with experience managing programs and projects in many different industries and verticals. Now, why is this critical to your success? If you fall behind, good luck catching up. Now, working as a credentialed teacher taught me how to break down every concept as simple as possible. Nobody leaves my class without complete understanding. Nobody gets left behind. This is important to you. If you can't relate the material to your world, you're learning useless information. Now, I've managed projects in the government sector, education, IT infrastructure, nonprofit, R&D, construction, software development, product development, and healthcare. It's why I can give you both agile and waterfall examples and create scenarios from your industry, which makes you understand the concepts quickly. Plus, I go further by making the lessons fun and engaging, even online. I'm not your monotone, boring instructor from your other classes. If you think preparing for this exam remote is going to be excruciating, think again. I use state-of-the-art sound equipment. I have multiple high-res cameras, and I use the proper filming angles. That way you see the whiteboard, the screen, my face, and all the artifacts at the right time in a seamless manner. The hours feel like minutes, or at least that's what some of my past students say. So you're likely here because you know that less than 60% of the people who attempt the exam will pass, and you want to be in that 60%. Now, why will 40% fail? First, most instructors don't exactly know how to teach, let alone give you the tools to teach you to focus for 4 hours straight to answer PMI's 180 wordy questions designed to confuse you. Second, when's the last time you sat down for a 180 question exam? Simply put, most companies don't think about teaching you question theory and multiple choice exam techniques because it's not in their DNA. Education's not in their background. Now, my Beyond the Cert PMP system works because instead of merely teaching you the what that most instructors struggle to teach you, by the way, we go beyond that and into the how and why. I create real-world scenarios during instructions so you can see the concepts in action. Then I adapt the out-of-the-box material so it's more relevant and retainable. Then I shut down PMI system because I teach you how to break down the questions so they become easy to understand. I show you how to hack the system, and one of the things you'll learn is how to approach questions correctly even when you don't know the answer. Look, Beyond the Cert curriculum is designed to eliminate these failure points, and by now you probably realize how powerful this is and why I, unlike the other PMP courses, offer you a first time or your money back guarantee with no fine print. You got to pass that thing, right? And over 1,800 first-time passers have already experienced my Beyond a Certification system. And you're probably wondering, is it going to be the same for you? Now, once you take the step and join, I'll show you the trick that gives hundreds of people with little experience the ability to actually pass this exam, putting forth less effort than those experienced PMs who fail. Let's talk about what you get when you join. So if you checked other courses, you know most, mine included, offer a guarantee to run on dates listed, 35 PMI approved contact hours, and an over 85% passing rate, and in my case, 99.3. But I go the extra mile as well because you get access to our online training portal, which has recorded lectures, mock exams, and effective exam taking tips and tricks. And on the last day, we do a full 180 question simulated exam with answers and feedback explaining the solution and why the wrong answers are wrong. This is arguably the most valuable thing somebody can do for you before sitting for the exam. So register for your spot now, because I keep my class sizes small to ensure everyone has an enjoyable experience. So if you're still watching and you haven't signed up yet, then let's talk about the 100% money back guarantee and why mine is different. If you've been researching, you've seen that almost every bootcamp offers a 100% money back guarantee if you don't pass within 3 attempts during the first 120 days. They all sell you this guarantee like it's the best thing since sliced bread, right? But here's what they don't want you to realize. Every time you take the PMP, you pay exam fees. $555 for the first, $280 for the second and third. That's $1,100 you won't get back even if you fail because you can't understand the instructor, which happens a lot, sadly. Add to that, succeeding only 1 of 3 times is a 33% success rate. Wouldn't it be amazing if they just guarantee that you pass the first try instead of forcing you to take it 3 times, wasting time and money? Well, I believe if my product doesn't make you pass the exam on your first try, I don't deserve your money. It's that simple, and I put it in bold, not fine print. Attend my entire course, complete 6 practice exams from our online training portal, and take your test within 90 days of the course. Now, suppose for some crazy reason you don't pass the first time. Now, in that case, you get a full refund. And if you decide to give it another shot with me, I'll pay for your next try. I believe in my system 100%, not 33%. So are you ready for a 20% salary increase? The PMP is the gold standard credential for project managers worldwide, and studies show PMP earns on average 15 to 25% than those without. I haven't met a person that regrets getting certified. Everybody benefits professionally, financially, and so will you. So don't let this opportunity pass you by. Register today for one of our upcoming courses in person or online by clicking below, so I'll see you in class. Now remember, here's what you're going to get. Everything you need to pass the exam with flying colors. A fun and engaging teacher that will make sure you understand and remember everything easily, me, and our crazy guarantee, pass on your first attempt or get your money back. So take the next step in your career and choose a time that suits you best by clicking below so you can learn more and earn more. I'll see you in class.